So it's probably been October, November, December, January, February, March, June, 8 months, which is funny because I am currently very pregnant. I'm currently 31 weeks pregnant with a baby girl. She will be here the first week of August. It's been crazy. I was on birth control and then there she was. A lot of you know I had PCOS and I had a lot of trouble getting pregnant with the twins, and they put me on medication to get pregnant with them, and then with this baby, she just was there. She's a little miracle. So we're excited to have her. We are currently in the process of trying to get the house together and get everything ready. Just being in the middle of this pandemic during COVID-19, this pregnancy has been unlike any other pregnancy I've had. You know, Jacob can't go to any of my appointments with me, and it's just been a mess. From the get-go, they've had me seeing the high-risk doctor, again, because of the complications I did have with the twins. And because of that, I have to get weekly injections of progesterone, which I get like the Makina injections. If you've ever had any of those, you'll know that they're very painful. But the main goal is to get baby here. We had wanted to do a VBAC, but fortunately, the type of incision that they had to do when Daisy was born, she was an emergency C-section. They had to do an inverted T, and that puts me at risk to rupture if I start having contractions or if I try to give birth vaginally again. So I do have to have a repeat C-section, and I've had time to kind of cope with that. It was really hard for me to accept it first, just because I wanted to do it completely natural. But at the end of the day, her safety and my safety is what matters. Another problem we have faced during this pregnancy is we found out I have gestational diabetes, and this is the first pregnancy where I've had that as an issue as well. If you don't know what that is, it is diabetes that show up while you're pregnant. Basically, my body isn't producing the insulin it needs, so the baby is producing the insulin that I need, which can cause complications for her, I think. I could be wrong. I think that's how it works. But I'm having to prick my finger 4 times a day, and so far I'm able to control it with diet. We haven't had to have insulin or anything like that. The girls have no idea what's going on. You know, I'm getting bigger, and I keep telling them, you know, there's a baby in here, there's a baby in mommy's belly, but I don't think they kind of grasp it, because they've, you know, they've just turned 2. We thought I was going to have to be hospitalized for a while, but thankfully I didn't. They thought I had preeclampsia, and thankfully I don't. I just have gestational hypertension, which is better than preeclampsia by far, but it's still a complication. And it does put me at risk for developing preeclampsia. So I have to go to the doctor twice a week now. I do have to go to the doctor twice a week now. I go to see my regular OB, and then I also go to see the high-risk doctor once a week. So I have to go see both of them once a week. The main purpose of this video, though, was to get you guys up to date, because I do kind of want to share this last little bit of this final pregnancy. I am getting my tubes tied. This is probably the end of the road for children as far as Jacob and I go, which is fine. 4 is more than I had originally wanted, but I am perfectly happy with it. But some of the products that I have been using, when I found out I was pregnant, I wanted to be safer, and so I actually switched deodorants, because normal deodorant has harmful chemicals in it, and I switched to native deodorant. And y'all, this one smells like a cupcake to me. It's coconut and vanilla, but it's paraben free and aluminum free, and unlike other natural deodorants that I've tried in the past, this one does not, first of all, it doesn't turn my armpits really brown, and second of all, it doesn't burn my armpits, because a lot of them have like baking soda in them, and I don't think this one, or maybe it does, but this one doesn't burn my armpit the way that the other one does. I will put all the links to these products in the description below. In a journey to find better products to use, I also found Be Free shampoo and conditioner. They are they're made by Danielle Fishel, who played Topanga in Boy Meets World, if any of you are familiar with that. It's a 90s, early 2000s show, and I grew up and I loved it. And she had the most beautiful hair, but all the products are gluten-free, cruelty-free, color-safe, and vegan. There's no sulfates, no phosphates, no parabens, no phthalates, no fragrance. Everything is natural. They have like a very, not spicy, but like an essential oil spice kind of smell. And I really do enjoy it, and it's helped my hair a lot as well. Another big one that I've enjoyed is Bio Oil. This is like the holy grail for pregnant women. The only thing I don't like is that it reminds me of old ladies. The way that it smells, it reminds me of like elderly people. Which isn't a bad thing. It doesn't smell bad. It's just not a scent that I would choose. But it does it. Now, I'm aware stretch marks are hereditary. They're genetic. You really can't do anything to prevent them. But this, in my opinion, helps fade the appearance. And it also keeps my belly from being itchy, because with this being the fourth baby, I got very big very fast, and I've developed a lot more stretch marks, especially up in here. Another big favorite of mine has been the Dr-Teal-s sleep lotion, and it actually has melatonin in it. This stuff smells so good. I'm actually out right now, and it makes me sad. I need to go buy more. But it keeps my skin soft. It makes me sleep better, because I have terrible insomnia. Or at least through the third trimester, I've had terrible insomnia because of my round ligament pain and just baby moving and kicking. It's been crazy. And then I was also on a search to have better vitamins, and so I ordered from Puritans Pride, and this is the prenatal multivitamin with DHA, and it's actually got plant-based DHA, and which I like because it doesn't really have that fishy taste, in my opinion. And I also got some vegan iron. This also has vitamin C, folic acid, B12, and a veggie blend food base. I like it. I do actually use more iron. I have another iron supplement that I do have to take, but I added that one to that, and I do enjoy it. It fell off. I also have been taking a probiotic. If y'all don't know, pregnancy slows down your digestion, which is why a lot of times you get constipated. Also, you can get constipated from taking iron. So, from the get-go, I've been taking this BioComplete 3 from Gundry MD. It's just little capsules. I don't know if you can see that. I just take a couple of them, which isn't even the full dose, but it's kept everything moving. It's kept my gut healthy, so that's been a big thing. And then, y'all, so I decided to try the FabFitFun box just once, because I don't need a bunch of extra stuff, but I did want to try it just once for fun. And I got this weighted sleep mask. I think it weighs like a pound or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's got like the weighted beads, just like the weighted blankets in there, but it's an eye mask. And you would think it would like suffocate your face, but it helps me sleep so well. It blocks out a lot of the light, and it just makes you feel like safe and secure, and it helps me sleep. Another product that I have had to use quite often is Epsom salt and essential oils. Baths are okay to take as long as they're not overly hot. You don't want to take it in hot water. You want to take it in warm water. So I take warm baths, and then I've been using plant therapy oil. This is just lavender. But I've been using plant therapy oil. It's a cheaper alternative to like doTERRA and Young Living. But they are all very high quality oils, just at a fraction of the price. And I have a bunch of them. One of my favorite combinations is lavender and frankincense. I love to put those, just a few drops of each of those in the bath with like a cup of Epsom salt, and it just relaxes my back and my hips, and it just makes me feel a lot better. Another thing I was going to talk about, something else I was going to talk to you guys about was, during this whole pandemic, a lot of people's policies have changed, and in fact, the hospital's policy where we're going to deliver is changed at the moment. None of our family can come up there and see her once she's born. The only person that's allowed there the entire time is going to be Jacob, which is fine. I'm thankful for that, at least. But it's very sad to think that like my kids won't get to meet their baby sister until we bring her home. It's been difficult. Like this, almost every time I go to the doctor, I'm just like, I would rather have this baby at home because of all the protocols that are put in place. And I actually ended up switching doctors because of I was seeing a doctor closer to home, to where we live, and basically he told me if I tested positive for COVID, the baby would be put in foster care until I was better. Well, he said for 6 weeks, and I was like, no. I was treated like a procedure, not like a mother who was going to give birth. And with this being my last baby, I want to feel important, even if, you know, that means driving an hour away to a different doctor. So we did make the decision at like 25, 26 weeks to switch doctors. It was a tough decision, but at the end of the day, I do think it was the best decision for me and our family to make. But yeah, so we're expecting our little girl in August. We've decided to name her Alice. That was the name that me and Jacob had kind of decided we liked together, and so that is what we went with. It was kind of a name that we both liked. We were kind of on the edge, like, do we really want to name her that? But then we actually watched Resident Evil, the movies, the live action movies, with Mila Jovovich and or Jovovich, I don't know. But her character Alice was so iconic. I was like, that's what I want. I want a badass name for our little girl. So I mean, most people will think Alice in Wonderland, which is also okay. She is a very feisty baby. We did almost lose her in the beginning. I had low progesterone levels, and I actually had to ask my doctor to put me on progesterone. I saw my lab work and I was like, that's low, and I knew that was low. And for them to not say something and do it, the fact that I had to advocate for myself from the get-go should have been a big sign. But yeah, it was a big mess. So August 6th is the date that she's set to arrive. I will have a what's in my hospital bag coming soon, hopefully. But yeah, sorry I've been gone so long. But I'm back now, and hopefully I'll have more videos coming in the next few days, weeks, months. And thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you next time.